Welcome, everyone. It's the spring break version of the Fort Walton Beach Business Forum. I'm Ted Corcoran from the Chamber of Commerce. My good friend and chair of the board, Matt Turpin, could not be here. He's traveling around the country promoting Bank of England mortgage, and he'll be sponsoring the April First Friday Coffee. Stay tuned for that. But I'm excited to share with you today two really cool things that RJ Murdoch from Emerald Coast TV has captured for us. The first one is we're going to review the March First Friday Coffee interview with Wes Fell from Paradise Promotions. It was so well done, we thought, let's share it with everyone. So we're going to show you that in just a second, and then we're going to feature the preview event of the Gulf View. We had an event a couple of weeks ago. It was the very first time we had a party there, and it was spectacular. So stay tuned for both of those. Let's start off, let's do this. RJ, let's roll that tape, the interview with Wes Fell, Paradise Promotions at the March First Friday Coffee.
And that's right. Welcome, everyone, to Emerald Coast Business Forum. It's the March version today, and I'm honored as heck to not only have our good friend RJ Murdoch out there recording it and showing it here on Channel 6, but today's special guest, everyone, is the one and only Wes Fell from Paradise Promotions. Wes, we're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here, Ted. I really want to thank Ted and all the chamber members, every one of you all for being here and letting me be in front of you today and be the sponsor of this breakfast. And
the thing I've known about Wes is Paradise Promotions. You've been in town since how long?
I've been here almost 29 years. I moved from Louisville, Kentucky.
That's right.
1990.
Louisville people? Are you applauding Louisville, or are you applauding just
Kentucky Derby?
Oh, the
Yes.
Kentucky Derby. There we go. Good. Coming up, so we'll talk about our friend Matt Turpin has been to the Derby a couple times. He doesn't remember any of it, but he thinks there were horses there. So you came down from Louisville, and since then, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have become the P.T. Barnum of planning events in Okaloosa County. And I mean that in a good way.
If you say so.
I do.
Okay.
How many events do you think you have planned since you've come down?
I've did over 50 events here. This is my 20th annual Emerald Coast Home Show coming up. I've did 4 or 5 health fairs, and I've did 4 sing-offs, 3 music festivals, and about 25 other little small mini events.
So a lot of concerts.
About 50.
A lot of concerts, a hard job. So I want to start off, we're in the forum. We want to thank Greg Black, certainly for First Baptist Church, for helping us out here each and every month as our host. And you've selected First Baptist Church for your upcoming health show.
Yes.
The audience is very big today here for the show, RJ. We've never had this many people in the studio before.
Yes, my first health fair is going to be right here in this building. We got this whole building downstairs and upstairs. We're going to have 66 vendors in this building. May 11th, 2019, this year, by the way. We're going to be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's an all-day event. This event's going to be different than a lot of other events. It's free admission to the public. Not only free admission, we're going to feed every single vendor and every single visitor. And we're going to have food samples from a couple of nice restaurants, including Clean Eats with the new owner, Mr. Sam Popple, right here.
There we go.
And the former owner, Zach McIntosh, want to recognize them. And some other people are going to be giving us food. So we're going to, and for this event, like my home show and other events, I'm raising money for One Hopeful Place.
And I want to talk about that in a second, but I want to focus on the health fair for just a second.
All right.
You've chatted about the reasons why people should come, not only the free meals and Clean Eats and all the rest of the samples and fun they'll get with the vendors. Why would a vendor want to participate? Why would someone sitting out here want to have a booth there that day?
Well, they want to participate because we're going to have about $10,000 worth of advertising, and you're going to have about 1,000 people here, we hope. So that's the reason why. And the booth spaces are not very expensive. We're going to give away about $10,000 in door prize, $10,000 in advertising. We're going to have a silent auction for One Hopeful Place. We're going to have a free party for the vendors. It's going to be a Slick Mix. Is Mike Lovering here today? Mike and Nikki Lovering, the owners of Slick Mix. We're going to have a party at their restaurant 3 days before the event. It's going to be an open bar, a buffet, and one of the best bands in town, Paradise Bayou Band. No charge for none of the vendors. You get some good benefits for it. And we're going to have a lot of people.
All right, there. So we have 2 reasons I see now. You're kind of walking back and forth between the 2 of them.
3 reasons.
As an attendee, they're going to have door prize opportunities. They're going to have free food. They're going to have up to 60 vendors to learn about health and community. And on the vendor standpoint, they're going to have lots of promotion through the promotion of the event. They also will get a free meal, and they'll also hope for 1,000 people to come. J.D. Peacock, do you think he'll be coming? I have no doubt. So there's your first guy right there. He's coming.
Everyone, I hope you show up and support us.
Bring the family, because I would imagine it would be for the family and everyone to come to this. Yes? The family, kids of all ages?
family, all ages are welcome. Any type vendor are welcome also. It's called the Emerald Coast Health Fair, but we'll have people here from the home show business, like putting in safety glass windows, cleaning air ducts, all kinds of different things for health. So it's not, if you have a home-based business and you want to advertise it, you can be in the event.
All right, then. So that's on Saturday, May 11th, right here at the First Baptist Church.
Yes, Mr. Greg Black, thank you.
And then in September, you have that keystone, that Super Bowl of the area at the Emerald Coast Convention Center. Why has it been so successful? Why is it a magical opportunity to vend and attend?
Well, the home show is now in its 20th year, and it took a while because I went through the recession, I went through the oil spill, and now being in its 20th year, one of the main reasons why it's successful right now is because of Tisha Mirage and the Emerald Coast Convention Center. I mean, we've had it there for about 10 years, and it's one of the greatest places to have it. So this event is going to be a little bit different again than other events. I used to have free admission, but we charge $5 to get in now, and we donate 100% of the money to One Hopeful Place. Now, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but if you think about what I'm telling you here, I'm guaranteed to donate $10,000 to One Hopeful Place. What that means for you vendors, I've got to have a minimum of 2,000 people there, or I have to write the check myself. So we will have 2,000 people minimum at this home show.
We find there's lots of vendors there. You learn things about your home. There's boats here too, is it?
Yeah. This event now, about 4 years ago, the boat show in Fort Walton Beach stopped existing, so I decided to put a boat show with this event. So not only renting the inside of the convention center, which is 21,000 square feet, I have the whole outside in the back, which is 30,000 square feet. So in the back, we will have 35 or 40 boats set up by Gulf Coast Boating Center and any other boat dealer that wants to get in it. We usually have cars by ZT Motors and any other car dealer that wants to be in it. The whole outside will be sold out. The whole inside will be sold out. We have plenty of booths left now because we just started it. But we'll have 120 vendors and home show vendors, healthcare vendors again, retail selling vendors, car show, boat show. And this time we're going to give away over $20,000 in door prizes and raffle items. And the vendors just give a whole bunch of stuff away. And how about this? The only home show probably in America, I'm sorry I'm tooting my horn, but I am. The only home show in America that's going to feed all the vendors for free, 500 meals. You come there for 2 days, I'm going to give you all a lunch both days for no charge. I'm going to give you a party with an open bar and a buffet, no charge. All you have to do is pay your booth fee, help us raise money for One Hopeful Place, and we're going to have a great time.
I love it, and we're going to hear more about the home show in September, but a great opportunity again, folks, as you're thinking about planning ahead, the opportunity of, do I want to vend to those 2,000 people? Do I want the meal? Do I want to participate? I would recommend that you should get with Wes at various times to sign up for that. So we have the health fair in May, we have the home show in September. You've mentioned it several times. I see our friend Nathan Monk out there. The proceeds from that are benefiting One Hopeful Place. Why did you select One Hopeful Place as the beneficiary of these shows?
Well, one of the reasons, if we can put the One Hopeful Place's mission statement up there, I met with Nathan, and Nathan, we had a little talk about homeless people, and Nathan told me that, we don't know how a person got to be homeless. And One Hopeful Place is not a cold night shelter that just puts someone up overnight. They get you back into the community. The mission of One Hopeful Place is to be the front door into permanent housing and to end the cycle of homelessness, for those experiencing housing loss in Okaloosa County. So that's what it's all about. They even have a women's section now. So I wanted to support someone, and I'm taking it under my wings to do One Hopeful Place. So Nathan, where you at?
He's out there.
Thank you. Okay.
I know on behalf of Lisa Joe and myself and Mitch Mongell and others on Community Solutions, $12,000 last year. $12,000 that
$12,000 last year, and we're guaranteeing $15,000 this year for two events, but there's one other special event we're going to talk about.
All right, we'll wait for that towards the end here. We want to thank your efforts for that One Hopeful Place there up on North Beale Extension. Last year we had 88 men go through there. About half of them have found new housing. Moving forward, our community has an unbelievable conversion rate of making them turn from being down on their luck to up on their luck, I guess we could say. So speaking of distracting, I want to show you, you're planning another party. Again, it's on the front side of this, on the bottom, and distracting because he's seated right out there. Right. Jerry Melvin, who sat in this same seat for the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce for, I think, from Lincoln times through early Kennedy, I believe. He was there for a long time, Jerry Melvin. You got a party for Jerry coming up.
Yeah, Jerry Melvin, would you please stand up?
Yes, Jerry Melvin.
Jerry Melvin is my 89-year-old young friend. In 143 days, Jerry Melvin will be 90 years old. He's a staple in this community. Like you said, he's sat in this chair before. He's been a state representative. He's been all kinds of things in Okaloosa County. So a county commissioner. So Jerry is going to help us raise money for One Hopeful Place, and what I'm going to do is I'm having a special birthday bash for Jerry. It's on this card right here where it says you're invited to an awesome birthday party that will happen only once every 90 years. That is Jerry Melvin's 90th birthday party bash, and Jerry is so graciously letting us raise money for One Hopeful Place at his party. His party is going to be at Slick Mix. We're renting the whole restaurant on July 22nd. I'm going to invite all of y'all. You're going to get information on that a little bit later. We're going to have a party, and this party is going to be a themed party. At this party, we're going to ask you to wear 1920 to 1970 era clothing, vintage clothing, and we're going to have a karaoke, singing, and is he going to put that up there?
Yeah. RJ, will you show the picture of a suggested uniform or costume that you may want to wear there?
That's how you can come. That was my 70th birthday party where we had a themed party right there. So y'all can come and dress up like, I don't know, Neil Diamond, anyone, and you can sing. We're going to let you sing, and Jerry's going to sing something. I'm not sure what he's going to sing, but we're going to let him sing too.
But we're honored, Jerry, and good job, Wes, for celebrating our local icon, Jerry Melvin, a good friend, and thanks for having that party. That also is listed on your flyer. But in the concept of knowing this, will you backtrack, RJ, one picture if you could? We know that Wes is a big Elvis fan. Could you tell how you took that picture on that day?
That picture right there is Elvis and Priscilla bringing Lisa Marie home from the hospital on February 1st, 1968. I was standing right there at the gate when this happened. I'm a big Elvis fan, and I was in Memphis, Tennessee, stationed at Millington Air Station in the United States Marines. So I used to go to his house all the time. And back in 1968, a lot of you mothers know, and other people know, that when you had a baby back then, you were in the hospital 5 days. You weren't in 4 days. You weren't in 6 days. You was in 5 days. And so me and my wife, we sat out in front of his house on the 5th day, and he come rolling up, and in a limousine, he pulled in there, and he brought the baby down to the gate. So,
Important to note that he had a small baby gift for Lisa Marie. He wasn't
right. I did, yeah.
But it's a great photo and a great thing. So again, a big fan there, Wes, is of Elvis. And speaking of fans, you talked about the event for Jerry at Slick Mix. You chatted about the vendor party for the upcoming event at Slick Mix. Correct me if I'm wrong, but am I seeing on the top of this flyer, as printed by our good friend Drew from Zoo Graphics, is there a $10 certificate?
Everyone on this table has a $10 gift certificate to Slick Mix. And Slick Mix is where I'm having 3 of my parties right here. This is not a 50% off or a 2-for-1. It's perforated. You tear that off and you take it with you, and you go to Slick Mix and you get a free meal. Everybody in this whole room, thanks to our friends from Slick Mix, we'll invite you there. And
$10.
And if you take this flyer home with you, because it's got some very special offers from my committee on it also. They're all sitting at my table right here.
You got Tanya out there. We got Drew. We got our Aaron Catchers folks. We got our other helpers that sit around.
K2 Media, Aaron Catchers, Zoo Graphics, Symmetry, Clean Eats, and my assistant Tanya. Thank you. With Facebook.
Sam Popple's got some good looking hair.
Sam Popple is going to be at Crab Island. We'll see about that. You probably read that in the paper today.
So Wes giving to you all. That is a true valid $10 certificate. Ron Grissom left. He probably went there now because he found out you can redeem it for beer. So it's for beer. There's no catches. You see, obviously, you're going to fill out your name there. Of course, they wouldn't mind getting you on your mailing list. But thanks to Wes Fell for that commitment of $10. If anyone is not using their card, will you please give them to the staff? Because I know it's worth $10, and I'll be happy to redeem it for you. They got great pizza there at Slick Mix. They got great service and great fun. So you've not only helped our vendors. You're at the health show here. We have the home show coming up. We have the party for Jerry. You're planning lots of activities. I'm going to recommend to everyone that you take that flyer with you. You post it at your desk on your bulletin board and keep track of all these things. Get with Wes from Paradise Promotions to sign up for any of those events. He does a great job. He does a great job for our community promoting those great events. And you mentioned, my friend, that you have a special announcement that I do not know anything about.
Now it's time for Nathan Monk to come up. Like I told you, I'm supporting One Hopeful Place to a minimum of $15,000 this year. We're going to have plenty of people at the health fair. guaranteed plenty of people at the home show. And when I do a guarantee, you know, I have to stick by it. So here's $5,000 in advance for the health fair. And we want all of y'all to come now and support us, because I have to be able to cover this check, okay?
Will you hand the mic to Nathan Monk, because he can't go a minute without talking either?
Oh, no, I always have to speak, so thank you. I really appreciate Wes. One of the things that we talked about when we opened One Hopeful Place is the need for community engagement. And because of Wes and his team and these events that he's putting on, we're able to make some real change in the community. And as Ted talked about before, you know, we had 81 people that came through our program last year, and 65% of them are now in housing as a result of events like this. And so and when you think of the cost to the community and the change that makes, you know, they say that it costs around $45,000 per person per year for someone to live on the streets. That's what it costs the community every single year. And so when someone comes and stays at One Hopeful Place, we can help them change their life and turn their life around at a cost of $1,500 per person per year. And so that is a huge change in what even our community is having to pay forward because of events like this and because of transformative change that these people get to experience at One Hopeful Place. So thank you so much for being a part of that.
Thank you, Nathan. I want to thank all of you, and I hope to see you at the events.
Congratulations, it's all R.J. Murdoch. Thank you very much for listening to Emerald Coast Business Forum with our good friend Wes Fowl from Paradise Promotions. Wes, keep up the good work.